Wait.
Go ahead.
There you are, Nadia. Sorry.
I know, and it's a terrible photo too.
Yeah. So go ahead, Nadia. I know you've had experience with the Renew patch and you were doing some demo. I mean,
Yeah, so I'm a traditional naturopath and I practice functional neurology. So Eric was kind enough to send me some patches and I've been testing them. And I had a chance to test it on myself because I was at the airport and I was standing behind someone, an elderly woman, and she started to fall. And my hand, you're at the airport, have your hands full of things. I just dropped everything and I went to catch her. So her head wouldn't hit the ground. And I tore some things on my shoulder. I could just hear him like ripping. So when I got home, I had these waiting for me and I've been in holistic health since 1982. So my toolbox, as you can imagine, is pretty large. I tried everything that I normally use, including the wand, and it helped a little bit, but it wasn't really touching the root of it. So I popped a Renew patch on right on my shoulder. And in that little video, I did a little testing of the range of motion. And my range of motion was, it should be 180 degrees, if not more. And it was less than 90 degrees range of motion without pain. And when I popped that Renew patch on, it went to at least 180 degrees.
wow.
So I was pretty excited about that because nothing else that I had tested worked that well. And then poor Eric, I'm always very skeptical about all new products. I'm like, what about this? What about that?
It gets me on my toes, put it that way.
Yeah, if it gets by me, it's good, right, Eric?
Yeah, exactly.
So I was very skeptical about the EMF patch. And in the end, I love it. I have it on everything. I have it on my computer, my phone, everything. I think it's going to be a real game changer. So I'm very excited about these patches.
Right. Do you want to hit the next slide?
Do you want to play this video or the next slide,
Oh,
Eric?
yeah. Let's play this video.
Okay.
Hey, so I definitely love the Renew patches. I actually have, let me take this off. I had it on. A limited range of motion. You can see. And when I put it on, it increases. And then when I wand it, it increases more. So it's a really nice combo. Thanks.
Thanks, Nadia.
Wow.
All right, we have the EMF shield. This one is, as good as the patch, but this one is going to blow everybody's mind. I had some videos because the president of the company from this company right here, I was on a meeting with him and he did some the videos. Because Nadia, do you want to touch on this? I know a lot of people, once they have this, they're going to try to measure them with their EMF meters. Why would not work?
Yeah, sure. I was very skeptical about this because I always test everything, independent testing. And when I had my simple $12 EMF testing, I wasn't noticing a difference. So, but on the other hand, when I tested muscle testing, I was seeing a huge difference, an increase in energy, an increase of just the body's flexibility and the body's ability to handle things. But it wasn't making a difference in my EMF reader. So I was super skeptical. And I'm like, Eric, we need to change the name of this because I found that it was more for grounding. And if you know anything about polarity, it seemed to help people that have reverse polarity and stuff like that. And then when I was doing a little research, it showed me that it's not going to change that EMF testing device because if it did that, let's just say I'm testing, let's just say I have my cell phone and I might have the EMF shield. Well, the cell phone still has to work. So the cell phone is always going to have energy coming back and forth. So you're not going to see a difference on the EMF tester. However, it does make a huge difference in the energy of the body and everything. So it's pretty amazing. As Eric knows, I was very skeptical in the beginning, but if you test the energy and if you know muscle testing and you have someone do a muscle test holding the phone, the arm will go straight down. And if you have the shield on, it'll hold nice and they'll be very strong with it. So yeah, it's a great.
How to muscle test this? What Nadia was just saying. Go ahead, play it, please.
You can show the benefits of the EMF shield with a simple balance test or muscle test, which we're going to show you. So flip it, Arch. Dr. Janine is a chiropractor and a board certified naturopathic doctor. She has been utilizing the EMF shield for about 10 years with 100% success. She tests everybody and insists everybody has an EMF shield because she was one of the first people that came to us when 3G was out and says, Rick, I'm scared. What do you got? And we showed it to her. She fell in love with it. And let's hear from Dr. Janine real quick, Arch.
Another great test to do that's going to show the power of the EMF shield is just a simple balance test. So I'm going to say, put your feet together like this, legs straight, feet together, just to make sure we always have it the same each time. You're just going to cup your hand next to you, just like this. Perfect. I'm going to push down to see how much force it takes to kind of throw you off balance. So we're going to push, and there we go. All right, timber. Now, I go and get the phone, and I'm going to have you hold that in your other hand. Put your feet together. Always make sure they're doing the same thing each time. Otherwise, they'll say, oh, we did that different. And we're going to do that again. And it was noticeably easier to throw you off balance. Now we're going to place that EMF shield there on the phone. And let's see, feet together. All right, let's see. Oh, yes, you're so much stronger that time. So that's another great demo that you can do.
That's an easy way to show a balance test. And Dr. Janine does a muscle test also, which we'll show you again. You can replicate these, and it really does work every time. Muscle testing. This is another way that a lot of people do it.
One more great test I'm going to show you that we do is just a straight arm muscle test. So what you're going to do is just hold your arm out straight. This is a good shoulder. Yep. Okay, good. I'm just going to press down, see how much force that takes. And then we're going to have you hold that dirty phone again. And we're going to repeat that. Oh, yeah. Noticeably weaker. And then we are going to do that again with that EMF shield. And hold. Oh, yeah. Now, I'm going to see. You may be not pushing hard enough. You got pretty strong there.
All right. The EMF shield, okay, it gets amplified by the body, the power supply of the phone. So your body is now getting good frequencies, not the negative frequencies. So we are offsetting it. So this is just something you got to hear. But we asked Dr. Janine, who's probably done more muscle tests than anybody I know. But let's hear it, Arch.
Let's go back to EMF just so we can explain it. When you do a muscle test, okay, first of all, I personally think you've probably done in excess of 10,000 muscle tests since I've known you. Something crazy. Let's go back to EMF just so we can explain it. When you do a muscle test, okay, first of all, I personally think you've probably done in excess of 10,000 muscle tests since I've known you. Something crazy, okay? Yeah. Is it ever, the EMF shield ever not worked?
Never, never, ever, 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 ever. It's never not worked. As a matter of fact, I keep this is one of my phones. I am part of the problem, so I like to be part of the solution as well. But I keep my EMF shield on the sticker inside the phone case so that I can pull it out. And, if I ever don't have my tester that I keep with me, I can pull it out and use it as a tester. And I always encourage people when they get theirs, keep it on the paper in the case, and then you can demo it to your family and friends because it's so easy. It never fails. Never, ever, ever. Because again, even the people that don't perceive the negative effects of the frequencies, they're still being affected.
And what you've got to understand is if your muscles aren't functioning well and your body's not functioning optimally, what do you think your other organs are doing? Are they functioning perfectly or not perfectly? All right. It's not just your arm got weaker, your balance got off, your body's off kilter. And so it's just, this is an easy way to show people, hey, it affects you. Cell phones affect people. So Arj, flip it.
Yep, we're gonna flip it,
Yep.
and we're gonna show a prime example that it affects everyone.
This is one of my favorite. Watch this. This is getting a baseline, just seeing how strong somebody is. This is a bodybuilder.
We'll watch the baseline one more time real quick.
Yeah, you got to see it. This guy's not moving. I don't care what you do. He is strong.
He's not,
Okay.
it's not down.
So now you put him to the test. Give him the phone. Let him hold it.
Look at the
He
look.
is not pleased. Right. Look at the face. He is not pleased. Now put an EMF shield on the phone. Watch this. The guy could climb on him and he won't move. It works on everybody. All right. Even the biggest strong guy you can find. And it's never not worked. So please, have fun. It works.